The train, for its type, is the most powerful vehicle on land. And the engines of Sodor are the power behind the docks, industries and branch lines that make up the world-renowned Northwestern Railway. These are the stories of Sodor. For as long as there have been railways, there have been those who admire them. When not attending excursions, these enthusiasts can be seen along the trackside, often with a camera in hand. And like I said last time, the new bridge enabled more of them to visit Sodor. But like I also said, this caused problems. While most railfans pursue their hobby in a sensible manner, like every group, there's always a minority that act like pillocks. Did he think Henry wouldn't mind? I don't think he was thinking, period. The git actually asked Henry if they could go pick up the kipper. Another Railway Series fan? So it seems. Whistling fireboxes. I don't know how the lads deal with that. Well, they recognise just how important they've been, and a part of me has to wonder just how many people would visit Sodor if not for those books. And I quite like 'em. Really? Aye, before coming here my crew would read them to me. I always loved hearing stories about Henry. Did you ever believe them? No, I knew my Henry. There's no way he'd hide in a tunnel because of rain. Come on, Emily, we need to get going. Before you do, take care with those trucks. They've seen better days. I'll say, can't the NCB afford to fix them? They can barely afford to keep this place open. I'm not surprised. We haven't been meeting our quotas lately. Why not? The mine's running out of coal. I don't know how much is left, but if we stay open another 3 years, I'll be very surprised. Here's hoping to another 3 years then. You're sure? No question. It was Halifax. Oh, wacko. Who's Halifax? Avery Halifax. The epitome of everything wrong with rail enthusiasts. Why? What's he done? One time he was trying to take my picture and thought it would be a good idea to stand on the main line while doing it. I was coming along that same track with the express. Somehow, he didn't hear me coming. If I hadn't blown my whistle, I would have run him over. He's done similar asinine things elsewhere on the island, and the coppers can't do much but slap him with a fine. Since he's rich, he's able to pay them and move on. He's also very popular amongst the engine crews. He often hangs around with them at the pubs to buy them drinks. How come Sir Topham doesn't just ban him from the railway? Because I don't have the authority to do that. Oh, good evening, Sir Topham, and... Wilbert? Wilbert Audrey, is that you? Hello, Gordon. It's wonderful to see so many familiar faces and meet new ones. How do you do? I'm Reverend Wilbert Audrey. Nice to meet you. I'm called Boko. And I'm... Wait, Reverend Wilbert Audrey? As in, author of the Railway Series? A series currently in its 20th year of publication. You heard about that. Even if the papers hadn't been talking about it, we can do basic maths. Congratulations on such a milestone, Wilbert. Thank you, Henry. I couldn't have done it without you and the others. That's partly why I'm here. The Reverend will be spending the next 2 weeks on Sodor. Over that time, we'll be running special rail tours where he'll be travelling alongside the passengers. That's bound to draw in the crowds. What about Halifax, sir? I'll be issuing instructions to all engine crews to limit contact with him on railway grounds. As for the rest of you, keep your eyes open. Permission to weesh steam at him, sir? Permission denied. Wow, these photos are great. Aye, how many times were you almost killed taking them? Emily! No, it's all right, Hugh. I'm sorry about the other day, Emily. It was very poor taste to take your photograph while you were indisposed. I don't care about that. I'm just worried you'll get yourself killed before long. I appreciate your concern, but I'll be fine. I've had plenty of close calls on Sodor and the mainland, and I'm still here. You're going to rely on luck to keep you alive? Bust my buffers! You really are a pillock. Well, thank you very much. If you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way. See you chaps at the pub later on. Thanks for embarrassing us, Emily. You're ticked off at me? How can you stand that twat? It's easier to stomach someone when they buy you drinks. Fizzling fireboxes. Humans are so easy to bribe. Perhaps I should have offered you something to follow Sir Topham's orders. Old Fat Hat has no right to say who we can and can't talk to, on or off the railway. Come on, we need to get to the mine. I know it looks bad. No, Kate, this looks like a disaster waiting to happen. What are you even doing filling up these wrecks with coal? We didn't have a choice. The brake blocks jammed on the trucks we were going to use. These were the only ones available. Are they even serviceable? They look older than me. The lads checked them over and the BR representative signed off on their use. And for what it's worth, I didn't have any problem shunting them. I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm glad you think so. You alright, love? After killing a man? Not really. Rubbish! It wasn't your fault. Those trucks should never have been used. I don't know what Kate was thinking. She was told they were safe. She couldn't have known otherwise. I shouldn't have taken them out to begin with. And I shouldn't have wished steam at Halifax. Maybe he would have seen the trucks coming and moved out the way. And maybe he would have stayed away entirely if two of my staff hadn't kept encouraging him. Sir Topham, we didn't think... No, you did not. If you had, you wouldn't have disobeyed my orders. And you certainly wouldn't have called me Old Fat Hat. How did you... Shut it! I want to see you both in my office immediately. As for you two, I shall talk to you later. I'm sorry to say the death of Mr. Halifax cast a shadow over the rest of Wilbert's time on Sodor. If there was a silver lining to be had, that tragedy served as an example to enthusiasts how not to behave. The number of problems we had with them decreased dramatically after that. However, there was some fallout. For starters, Emily's crew was sacked. She and James were also reprimanded. Mr. Halifax's family filed a lawsuit against British Railways and the National Coal Board. I'll talk more about that in a future story, but suffice to say, the mine wouldn't have to worry about running out of coal.